Alright guys, so welcome back to the channel. Today we have a different style video. So I'm actually going to pull this down to the shop because the neighbor on this side is out playing with their kids. So I figured we would, for this video, we'll pull this down to the shop. That way we're not filming them or anything. I don't know, but we have some more issues with the 300. So as y'all see, the thing started. We have oil pressure. You know, it's moving. What issue could it be this time? Well, if y'all remember when I got these wheels for the car, I got them because one of the tires that were on the car was showing wire in it and whatnot. Well, I've had these on here for I don't know, let's go ahead and turn that all the way, maybe 2,000 or 3,000 miles. Nothing crazy because I haven't been driving the car a ton. I used to drive a lot to a friend's house, but we don't really hang out no more. So yeah, that's an interesting thing because, like I said, I haven't been really driving this a whole lot. Like, not as much as I have been. And last night I was driving this thing. I decided, you know, I'm the only one here and whatnot. I'm gonna be the only one here all weekend. Let's take this thing for a little drive, you know, go around, listen to some Dolph and just hang out. And I noticed this thing around turns felt a little bit squirrely. So I came back, cut my drive short, and this morning, it was dark and raining by the time I got back. But this morning, I come out here and I'm looking at my tires and well, guess what? So, I mean, as you can see, these tires are not wore out by any means. And, well, you can see there, we got wire hanging out of this one all the way around on the inside again. And again, these things are not wore out by any means. The guy I bought them from had them on his wife's car, and then they only had them for like, I think he said like 6 months, and they went from 20s to 22s. I think he said she kept those for like a month, and then she went from 22s to 24s. So these were just sitting, and he made me a pretty good deal on them. I mean, there was nothing wrong with them. They ride smooth. They're good tires. And well, looks like again the 300 has killed another tire. This side for now looks good. Nothing on this side yet. This outside is wearing a little fast, just like before, right here. So I don't know. Y'all know I think I've kind of documented the whole thing of this car and alignments and whatnot. And actually, it's starting to rain. Let me hop in here and we'll talk about it. So, and yes, check engine light is on. That is a coolant light, low coolant temp because I have a 180 thermostat. And the other one is for unrecognized key, which I need to get my scanner back, which is also at said friend's house that we don't hang out no more. So I need to go get my scanner and reset those at some point, but that has nothing to do with our issue here. So here you can see I have the invoice from the first alignment on the car. You can see here, June 24th, 2022. You know, 4-wheel alignment. They didn't touch the rear of the car. So, you know, there we go. Not even 9/14. Now, I've got the top folded to not show the name of said shop. You know, just for reasons. But this is, like I said, this is the invoice from that. It's been in the center console, this car, since that day. So about, you know, 6 months later, I noticed this tire was wearing on the outside edge, as this one's starting to do. And I'm friends with the owner of that shop on Facebook. I sent him a message, you know, hey man, you know, this is what's happening. You know, I got an alignment there 6 months ago. Also, I want to mention, the entire front end on this car is brand new, other than the driver's side hub, the knuckles themselves, and the shocks, or the struts rather, and the actual sway bar itself. Everything else is brand new, or was at the time of said alignment. We have replaced nothing else. I mean, the steering in this car is nice and tight. You know, there's no whatever. That sound you're hearing is a sway bar link. This happened, or this started after the alignment. It's not a big deal though. It just makes a little racket. It's not broke, it's not detached, it's not nothing like that. But this car drives very well. And then there's the ABS light, because, and also the ABS light does come on and go off on this car because and I know why, I just haven't fixed it. This side, when we pulled the fender liner out of the car, when we pulled the fenders and stuff off, the clip broke, or like the actual plug-in broke on this side. So I need to get a new hub for this side. That's why that comes on. I can probably drive it up to the stop sign and it'll go off, if we're being completely honest. So that is, you know, that is that. But this car drives fantastic. You know, you wouldn't think driving it that it eats tires like it does. I mean, the steering wheel's not loose or anything like that. The thing does great. So with that being said, when I remember the mileage when I got it aligned was 143,000 and some change. 143, 142, somewhere in there. Currently 165,745. Since the first alignment, I have put 3 sets of tires on this car. If you wanna, you know, if you wanna do the math on that. But, and like I said, this set has only got a couple thousand miles on them. So something is off here. Now, like I said, about 6 months later, I sent the owner of the shop a message and said, hey man, you know, this tire's wearing funny. Can y'all check the alignment? And after a couple months of kind of shady, I just showed up one day, you know, here's the car, here's the deal. Talked to so-and-so already. They said, you know, we would realign it. So took it in, just dropped the car off, as he was talking about. It was going to be a couple hours or something before they could even get to it. So I took the car in, dropped it off, come back here, did whatever, and went back and picked it up. And they told me the way these cars are built, you can't really align them, which I don't know if I quite believe that fully. He said, but we did make some changes. So if you can't align it, how did you make changes? Whatever. After picking the car up, the car did want to pull just a little bit. And my steering wheel, you know, this is straight, to go straight, you needed to be about here, which wasn't a big deal, but it wasn't like that when I dropped it off. So it's, you know, it's annoying, but it's whatever. So I had hopes of, you know, maybe it'll drive a little different, but it won't eat tires. So this is when I still had the stock wheels on the car, and I got a different set of tires put on, some nice Michelins, and you know, again, within a few months, you know, probably 6-8 months, it had completely eat those tires alive too. So that's what led me to, I actually bought some just cheap used tires to throw on it because, you know, it was eating tires. And that was my second set of like new tires. The car had pretty new tires on it when I bought it, except for that one over there, because as y'all don't know, this car was wrecked when I bought it, which is not something that I hid. The entire rebuild process is documented here on this YouTube channel. You know, if you want to go back and look at them. At some point, I think I started like a playlist of those videos. So I don't know if all the videos are in there, but regardless, the playlist is there. So if y'all want to go check that out, feel free. But again, I'm not hiding none of the rebuild portion of this car. It was wrecked over there. Like I said, the whole front suspension completely got rebuilt, other than some things, again, like the knuckles. There was nothing wrong with the knuckles. They're cast. They don't bend, they break. So we didn't replace those. There was nothing wrong with them. But lower control arms, both front and rear, were replaced. The uppers were replaced. Inner and outer tie rods were completely replaced. All that stuff was replaced. This side got a new hub, you know, all that. So there shouldn't really be anything wrong with this car. Now, driving the car, I guess after it, whatever with the alignment, it only pulled a little bit for a few months. Now it no longer does that. Why? I don't know. But now you can set the cruise at 75 on the interstate, and I mean, you can let go of the steering wheel and it just, I mean, it runs out nice and straight. You know, it's no issue. This car is not a handful to drive, or anything like that. So I don't really know, again, what may be the deal. If anybody has any suggestions, drop them below in the comments. I know there's a few companies that offer adjustable uppers for these, because that's what they're saying is the camber, which again, I would understand on this side, kind of not, you know, because again, the wreck wasn't horrible. I'll tell you what we replaced. We replaced the fender box brace, is what Mopar calls it, and pretty much the whole front cap. Passenger, or the driver's side fender, passenger fender, front bumper, the core support, and the hood. We bodyworked this door, and as you can see, there's no weird alignment issues or, you know, anything like that. So with that being said, and the only reason we replaced the driver's side fender is because it had a dent in it, and I got a good deal on buying everything, and I really didn't feel like fixing the dent where it was at, because it was on this body line. It was right here. So I went ahead, new fender here too. But I mean, like I said, I don't know, I don't understand, which I would kind of understand if the car was like complete totaled, well, it was totaled, but if it was, you know, frame rail replacement, you know, the whole deal. There was nothing wrong with the frame on this car. If it was, I wouldn't have bought it. But again, there was nothing wrong with this frame. So that is that. But I mean, obviously it is a camber issue. If you look at this wheel, it is definitely cambered a bit. You can see there, I don't have the steering wheel completely straight, but it is cambered. So I don't know, you know, like I said, I don't know. But actually, let's go down here to my parts pile and I'll show you all the parts that come off of this car. So this is all stuff that has been laying around that we've been cleaning up. That's going to get disposed of and scrapped and whatever else. Well, the white truck bed I'll probably keep. But anyway, here's the driver's side fender. The passenger side fender, I don't remember where it is. It was toast. But this is all the damage from the driver's side fender. Down here, like I said, it come over onto this body line, so I didn't want to fix it. But other than that, we did that actually. That was a tree branch. But this was the only damage from the wreck, right here, and then this little one here. So that was that, and then here is the hood itself. Little dent here, which actually we might have done. And then over here. So, I mean, as you can see, and then here is the box brace, which again is not super terrible. None of this stuff was super terrible off the car. Again, that's why I bought it. I don't have a frame machine or anything like that, but I also intended to keep the car, so I wouldn't have bought something that I didn't think I could fix. And being this, that was my third rebuild, I didn't want to get too crazy. But regardless, like I said, regardless, I don't understand what is the deal with this car. I don't know if we need adjustable arms. I don't know. But again, if they're saying, which the guy did say, oh, it was probably from the wreck, which again, on this side I might could understand, possibly, but again, the frame was not hurt. We looked at it, there's not even a dent, scratch, nothing on this frame. So I don't see, you know, I don't see where that could be an issue. The K-member on this car also looked fantastic, but if that was the case, then why does this side also have issues? You know, that doesn't make sense to me. I mean, the white truck over here, my F-150, I had a stacked lift kit on this truck at one point, and it had far worse camber than that. I'll go back, I'll find a picture of the white truck, and I'll throw it up here on the screen. It was bad. And I put more miles on that truck with that like that, with mud tires on it, than I have on this with these tires. And these are practically junk, or at least the fronts. On that, those were already wore out mud tires. These were relatively new Continentals. So again, I'm not understanding what's the deal. So anyway, with that being said, moving forward, I'm gonna find somebody else to align it. I'm thinking, and this is why I went with a smaller tire. For those of you who were curious why I went with a smaller tire, I was thinking about bagging this car, and well, the smaller tires was the size that was recommended. So I think I still want to bag this thing, get some adjustable uppers, find somebody else that knows what they're doing. And again, if this can't be adjusted, what changes did y'all make other than toe in? Which, if toe in was okay on the original alignment, why did you change it? That's what I don't understand, and the story doesn't really add up for me. So I don't know. Regardless, the 6.0 is tore apart. The white truck's broke. I am going to fix the white truck, but I will not drive the white truck as much as I drive this car anyway, because, well, this is convenient. We've already talked about this. That's convenient. This truck really is not. So that's kind of why I quit driving it in the first place, and then it's kind of went downhill since it's been sitting. But I really doubt I'll ever drive that truck a lot anymore. But I think what's the plan is I'm gonna buy another new Continental for the front, run it for a little bit, and then I'll just kind of slack off on my drives, which I'm gonna do anyway because we've been super busy. So I've kind of already been doing that, which is why this is so puzzling, because these don't have many miles on them. But regardless, we'll get this figured out. If we can't get it figured out, we'll do something crazy with this car, and maybe throw a Hellcat blower on it, cam it, make it cool, make it fast, and then I won't drive it as much if we can't figure it out, because I've put well over $2,000 in tires on this car in the last year and a half, and it's getting kind of ridiculous if we're being honest. So if that's the case, we can't figure this out, I'll get a new daily, and then we'll do something fun with this. But regardless, guys, I think that's going to be a wrap for this one. So if y'all have any suggestions, drop a comment down below, let me know. If you enjoyed today's video or find it helpful, please drop a like and comment down below, smash that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope everybody has a great day.